What's up, everyone? I pray that you all are having a great day and a blessed day so far today. My name is Keisha. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, or even share button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you find that any of my videos has blessed you. There are so many videos on this channel that you can go through that I believe that can be an encouragement, that can be a blessing, that can be of help to you in whatever you are facing right now in your life or in your journey with God. So I just encourage you to even look through the videos to find something that can help uplift you or just guide you with where you are in your life right now. And so before I really get into the depth of this video, of this message, I want to pose a question, because I believe or feel like if I pose this question first, that it will help you really pay attention to the full message, because it's going to, I think, cause you to really take a look at, just the way that you are showing up. So the question that I ask is, are you choosing a fight response or a flight response? And whatever that situation can be, understanding that a flight response is driven by fear and a fight response is driven by faith. Not faith in yourself, but faith in the God who is faithful. And the response could be for so many different things. It can be for a decision that you know that you need to make regarding a job, regarding a relationship, regarding you changing in some type of way, right? Whatever that thing is, I really want you to think about, what is your current response? Like, what is the first thing that you choose to do whenever God is calling you to do something difficult, whenever God is calling you to do something that is challenging, that is something that you have never done before, something that is of new to you, something that is bringing you outside of your comfort zone? Because it is critical that we understand, because it is in your response that is going to lead you to the outcomes in your life. Let me say that again. It is your response that is going to lead you to receiving the results of what it is that is taking place in your life. Because sometimes we I feel like, looking to God to do so many different things, not really truly understanding that it is our own response sometimes that causes certain delays, that causes setbacks, that causes us to be stagnant, simply because we're not showing up in the way that we are required to. Not only is God going to put you to the test to see how you are going to respond, but we also know that the adversary, Satan, also is going to send things your way to get you to respond in the flight response, right? And if you are not somebody who is really truly trusting in God, if you are not somebody who is or rooted in faith or have the faith that you need, if you are somebody who is lacking community, if you are in isolation, whatever it is, then you're going to 9 times out of 10 be persuaded to go into a flight response instead of leaning into the fight response. And what I want to also drive into your heart and into your mind is that you cannot fight without faith. It is going to be impossible for you to truly fight without faith, because fighting with faith means that you have something to hold on to. You have something that you are believing for. You have a God that you are trusting in. And it is in that that is keeping you to persevere. It is in that that is keeping you to move forward. It is in that that is causing you to also know that you have certain tools that you can use that will help you fight, like the armor of God, like prayer, like community. like fasting. There are certain things, reading the word of God, that will help you to be able to fight against the attacks, to fight against what you want to do, right? To fight against the flesh, to fight against what is familiar, to fight against what is normal, because that is what the flight response entails. It will make you go back to what is familiar. It will make you stay in what's normal or comfortable. It will lead you to do things out of fear, right? That are ultimately, again, going to lead you to see something in your life that God never intended. It will cause you to go through things in life that God never intended. It will cause you unnecessary suffering and pain that God never intended, simply because you are choosing a flight response, simply because you are not really trusting in a God who can do all things, trusting in a God who knows all things, trusting in a God who's already gone before you, trusting in a God who is bigger than any type of attack, who has already defeated Satan, trusting in a God who knows everything, who sees everything, and can do all things. Whenever we begin to operate in a response that is of faith, you will see, the transformation take place in your life. You will see your faith increase and grow. You will see that you will be able to endure certain things that you will never be able to endure before, because your endurance will increase, right? Your strength will increase. Your character will be more developed. Your fruit will be produced whenever you continue to respond in a fight response, respond with faith and hope. These are the blessings, I want to say, whenever you choose to fight and not take flight. The enemy wants you to take flight, because the enemy knows once you begin to elevate in that type of taking flight, whenever you begin to take off in the things that God has called you to do, then he knows that you are a threat to him. Then he knows that it is going to be hard for him to get you in his traps. You want to get to the place that Satan will run out of things to do, because everything that he tries to do, it does not work. It constantly fails. Because your faith is too strong. Because you are in relationship and partnership with God. Because you are simply not depending on your own strength. Because you are simply not depending on your own resources. Because you are simply not depending on man himself. But you are choosing to depend on God. The God who is going to bring you out of every single battle that you were in, the God who is going to set you free from any trap that you are in, the God who is going to bring you through every storm that you are in, the God that is going to deliver you and save you from whatever your affliction, your oppression, your fear, your doubt, your worry is, the God who can deliver and save you from all. When you are connected to that God, when you are abiding in that God, when you are believing in that God, then will you see that God move on your behalf. Then when you continue to see that you were in battles, that you are seeing victory after victory after victory, that is supernatural. Why? Because it's not nothing that you did, simply but have faith, fight, and believe on the one who is faithful. I'm going to keep saying that because I want you to get that down in your spirit. It is believing in the one that is faithful. So going back to my original question, what response are you currently operating in? And if it is not the fight response, I encourage you to get in the Word of God. I encourage you to go look at scriptures like 2 Corinthians 20:17 and Isaiah 52:17. Just go read the text to see what God was saying to his people during that time when they were in a battle, during a time when they were facing something challenging, during that time when it looked like what they were going through, that they didn't know how they were going to get out of it, but because they trusted what God said, because they also did what God told them to do, because they chose to show up the way God told them to show up, because they responded the way that they were supposed to respond, they seen victory. Victory that they could have never imagined. Victory that they could not do by themselves. So, read these scriptures. Begin to gain the knowledge of who God is, so that begin to stand firm, be steadfast in your own situation. knowing that whatever it is that you are currently going through, that may be difficult, or that may be hard for you, that may be unfamiliar, that may be you having to break free out of bondages and chains or curses, whatever that looks like, cycles, begin to do what it is that is necessary so that you can break free, and so that you no longer operate and taking flight, going back to the thing that God is trying to free you from. Stop going back to the things, to the people, to the job, to the habits. Fill in the blank. Stop going back to the things that God is trying to free you from, and begin to push forward in faith to the new things that God is trying to bring you to.